Consider for a moment the concept of being magnetic to miracles. You may perceive miracles as rare, extraordinary events that happen to a chosen few. But I say unto you, miracles are the natural state of existence, and you have the power to attract them continuously into your life simply by assuming the state of being magnetic to them. But what does it truly mean to act as if you are magnetic to miracles? It is not a matter of pretending or wishing. It is a state of consciousness, a shift in your very being that aligns you with the creative power of the universe. It is about recognizing that your consciousness, your awareness of being magnetic to miracles, is the only reality, and that a profound shift in this awareness can and will transform your entire world. Let us delve deeper into this profound truth. Your outer world, every experience you have, every circumstance you encounter, is nothing more than a reflection of your inner world, your concept of self. And this concept of self can be radically altered by assuming the state of being magnetic to miracles. When you understand this, truly understand it, you realize that by carefully choosing and vividly imagining yourself as a being who naturally attracts miracles, you are actively creating a new reality that will unfold in your experience. This understanding is crucial, for it shifts the entire paradigm of how you approach life. No longer are you a helpless being at the mercy of chance and circumstance, hoping for occasional miracles. You become the active creator of your reality, knowing that as you assume the state of being magnetic to miracles, the universe must rearrange itself to match this new inner assumption. But how, you may ask, can one truly act as if they are magnetic to miracles? The answer lies in the creative power of your wonderful human imagination, combined with the intensity of your feeling and belief. For your imagination is not a mere fantasy maker, and your feelings are not mere reactions to external stimuli. Together, they form the very workshop in which reality is forged. Let us take a moment to truly understand this. Your subconscious mind, which is one with the universal creative force, does not distinguish between what you vividly imagine and feel as true and what you actually experience in the outer world. It accepts as true whatever you feel to be true in your imaginal acts. And once it accepts an idea as true, it proceeds to bring it into manifestation in your physical reality, regardless of how long it takes in clock time. So when you act as if you are magnetic to miracles, when you fall asleep in the absolute conviction that you are a being who naturally attracts miraculous experiences, you are not engaging in wishful thinking or self-deception. You are actively creating your new reality from within. You are aligning yourself with the creative power of the universe, allowing it to work through you and for you to manifest miracles in your life. This, my dear listeners, is the essence of acting as if you are magnetic to miracles. It is about recognizing that the power to shape your reality lies within you, waiting to be expressed through your conscious imaginal acts. It is about understanding that your outer world is nothing more than a reflection of your inner concept of self, which can be radically altered by assuming the state of being naturally magnetic to miracles. Consider the biblical phrase, "All things are possible to him that believeth." This is not a mere poetic expression or a vague spiritual concept. It is a statement of cosmic law, an invitation to recognize the power of your assumed state. When you truly embody the state of being magnetic to miracles, when you feel its reality with every fiber of your being, you are changed in that very moment. The outer manifestation of miracles may take time to catch up, but the inner transformation is instantaneous. But let me be clear, acting as if you are magnetic to miracles is not about forced visualizations or strained affirmations. It is about a total immersion in the feeling of being someone who naturally attracts miraculous experiences. When you truly embody this practice, you naturally assume the thoughts, feelings, and inner conversations of a person who is magnetic to miracles. You go to sleep not as the person struggling for occasional lucky breaks, but as the person who lives in a constant state of miraculous unfolding. Let us explore this further with an example. Imagine a person who has always felt that life is a constant struggle, that miracles are rare and happen to others. For years, their inner dialogue has been filled with doubt and limitation. Now, imagine this person deciding to act as if they are magnetic to miracles. As they lie in bed, they immerse themselves in the feeling of being someone who naturally attracts miraculous experiences. They feel the joy, the wonder, the gratitude of someone whose life is filled with constant miracles. They allow this feeling to permeate every cell of their being. They fall asleep in this state, carrying it into their dreams. When they awaken, something has shifted. They may not see immediate external changes, but internally, they are no longer the same person. They have experienced the reality of being magnetic to miracles, and this new self-concept begins to reshape their outer world. In the days and weeks that follow, they find themselves naturally acting with more openness and expectancy. They notice synchronicities where they would have previously seen mere coincidences. They pursue opportunities they would have once thought beyond their reach. And as they do so, their outer world begins to reflect this new inner state. Miraculous occurrences start to happen more frequently. Unexpected solutions appear. Their entire life begins to transform, all stemming from acting as if they are magnetic to miracles. This principle applies to every aspect of your life. Whether you desire miracles in your career, relationships, health, or any other area, the key is to assume the state of being magnetic to miracles in all areas. Feel the reality of being someone whose life is filled with constant miraculous unfoldings. Fall asleep in that state, knowing that as you do so, you are planting a seed in the fertile soil of your subconscious mind that must grow into your outer reality. Now, I can hear some of you thinking, but Neville, can simply acting as if I'm magnetic to miracles really make such a difference? Surely miracles are rare and beyond our control. And to this I say, miracles are as common or as rare as you assume them to be. In the realm of consciousness, where all creation takes place, there is only the eternal now. Acting as if you are magnetic to miracles can indeed reshape your entire future, for it plants a seed of a new self-concept that will inevitably grow into manifestation. Remember, the outer world is dead. It has no life of its own. It is your consciousness, your concept of self, that gives life to your experiences. When you act as if you are magnetic to miracles, you are breathing life into a new reality. You are setting in motion a series of events that must culminate in the outer expression of this new inner state. This, my dear friends, is the true secret to becoming magnetic to miracles. It is about aligning your entire being with a new concept of self, recognizing that this new self-concept is seeking expression through you, and allowing it to flow into your experience through the power of your focused imagination and unwavering belief. But let me warn you, this shift in consciousness is not always an easy task. The old habits of thought and feeling, the familiar self-concept you've held for so long, may try to reassert themselves. As you lie in bed attempting to embody the state of being magnetic to miracles, doubts may creep in. The voice of your old self may try to convince you that miracles are impossible, that you're fooling yourself. When this happens, do not fight against these thoughts. Simply observe them, acknowledge them, and then gently return to the feeling of being magnetic to miracles. For the war is not won by battling against what you don't want to be, but by persistently embodying what you do want to be. This persistence, this unwavering commitment to maintaining your new state of being magnetic to miracles in the face of doubts and contrary evidence is what allows you to truly transform your life. Think of it like tuning a radio. When you're trying to listen to a particular station, you don't focus on eliminating all the other stations. You simply tune into the frequency you desire. In the same way, you don't need to fight against your current reality or forcefully push away doubts and fears. You simply need to tune yourself to the frequency of being magnetic to miracles, to align your entire consciousness with the person who naturally attracts miraculous experiences. This tuning is done through your focused imagination and your ability to generate and maintain the feeling of being magnetic to miracles. Your imagination is the dial that allows you to tune into different frequencies of experience. As you use your imagination to fully embody the state of being magnetic to miracles, as you feel the reality of being this version of yourself, you are tuning yourself to that frequency, allowing the corresponding experiences to flow into your life. But remember, my friends, while the inner transformation can occur in an instant as you assume this new state, the full manifestation of miracles in your outer world may take time. The seed planted by acting as if you are magnetic to miracles will grow, but it must go through its natural stages of development. Do not be discouraged if you do not see immediate dramatic changes in your external circumstances. Know that the moment you succeeded in fully embodying the state of being magnetic to miracles, change became inevitable. As you persist in maintaining this new state in your daily life, you will find that your perception of yourself and your world begins to shift. What once seemed like ordinary coincidences now appear as miracles. Challenges become opportunities for miraculous solutions. You begin to see yourself as the empowered, miracle-attracting being you imagined yourself to be. Now, some of you may be wondering, but Neville, how can I ensure that I maintain this state of being magnetic to miracles? How can I prevent falling back into old patterns of thinking and feeling that may repel miracles? And to this I say, the power of your assumed state lies not just in the intensity of the experience, but in the knowing it brings. Once you have experienced the reality of being magnetic to miracles, even if only in your imagination, you have tasted the truth of your divine nature. This knowing becomes an anchor, a reference point to which you can always return. In the days and weeks that follow, as you begin this practice of acting as if you are magnetic to miracles, you may face moments of doubt or challenge. In these moments, recall the feeling of that state. Remember the reality of being a person who naturally attracts miracles. Let that memory, that knowing, guide you back to your new state of being. For having experienced it once, you can experience it again and again, each time strengthening your new self-concept. The key is to make your imaginal experience of being magnetic to miracles as real and vivid as possible. Engage all your senses. As you lie in bed preparing for sleep, see yourself as the person who naturally attracts miracles. Hear the amazement in people's voices as they witness the miracles in your life. Feel the joy, the wonder, the gratitude of being someone whose life is filled with constant miraculous experiences. Make it so real that your rational mind cannot distinguish between this imaginal act and physical reality. But here's a crucial point, my friends. The goal is not to imagine specific miraculous events. The goal is to embody the essence of being magnetic to miracles. For it is this state of being that is the true attractor of miraculous experiences. Let me illustrate this with an example. Instead of imagining a specific miraculous event, like winning the lottery or spontaneously healing from an illness, embody the state of being someone who naturally attracts miracles in all areas of life. Feel the confidence, the expectancy, the joy that comes with this state. See yourself moving through life with an aura of miraculous potential surrounding you. Hear yourself speaking words of gratitude for the constant flow of miracles in your life. By focusing on the state of being magnetic to miracles rather than specific outcomes, you allow the universe to bring miracles to you in ways that might far exceed your specific imaginings. You open yourself to possibilities beyond what your current mindset can conceive. This is the true art of acting, as if you are magnetic to miracles. It's not about forcing yourself to believe in specific miraculous events. It's about aligning your entire being with the truth of your divine nature as a miracle-attracting being, your oneness with the creative power of the universe. It's about spending each day fully embodying the highest vision of who you truly are, a being who is naturally magnetic to miracles. As you practice this, you may find that your outer world begins to shift in subtle ways. Perhaps you start to notice more synchronicity in your daily life, or you find yourself naturally making choices that lead to unexpected positive outcomes, or opportunities that seem miraculous begin to appear out of nowhere. These are all signs that your inner transformation, initiated by acting as if you are magnetic to miracles, is creating ripples in your outer reality. Don't discount these small miracles. Celebrate them. See them as confirmation that the law is working, that your assumed state is taking root. But don't become attached to them or anxiously look for them. Simply acknowledge them with gratitude and continue to live from your state of being magnetic to miracles. As you persist in this practice, larger miracles will begin to manifest. You may find yourself naturally attracting experiences that seem truly miraculous. You may notice that problems which once seemed insurmountable are solved in unexpected and wonderful ways. You may achieve goals you once thought impossible with an ease that feels miraculous. And as you continue to maintain the state of being magnetic to miracles, you'll discover that life becomes an exciting adventure of ever-expanding wonder and possibility. But remember, the outer manifestation of miracles is not the ultimate goal. The goal is the state of being from which all miraculous experiences naturally flow. This is a crucial point, my friends. When you're truly transformed by acting, as if you are magnetic to miracles, when you're fully living from this new state of being, you no longer need external miracles to confirm your state. You're already whole, already complete in your knowing that you are a being who naturally attracts miracles. And paradoxically, it's in this state of inner assurance that you're most likely to experience a life filled with constant miraculous unfoldings. Now, some of you might be thinking, but Neville, what about action? Don't we need to do things in the physical world to bring about miracles? And to this I say, yes, action is part of the process. But it's inspired action, not anxious doing. When you're living from the state of being magnetic to miracles, ideas and opportunities will naturally present themselves to you. You'll feel inspired to take certain actions to move in certain directions. These actions won't feel like struggle or effort. They'll feel natural, joyful, almost effortless. They will be the natural outgrowth of your new state of being. This is the difference between trying to make miracles happen and allowing them to happen. When you're trying to force miracles, actions feel stressful, born out of fear and doubt. When you're truly embodying the state of being magnetic to miracles, actions flow naturally from your aligned state, guided by an inner wisdom that knows exactly how to bring about the manifestation of miracles in your life. Consider the example of a flower blooming. A flower doesn't strain to open its petals. It doesn't force itself to grow. It simply unfolds naturally, expressing its innate beauty. You, my dear listeners, are no different. When you act as if you are magnetic to miracles, you allow your life to unfold naturally and beautifully, expressing the infinite potential for miracles that is your birthright. But let me be clear, this state of allowing miracles is not passive. It requires an active use of your imagination, a deliberate and focused embodiment of the state of being magnetic to miracles. It requires faith, not blind faith in external forces, but faith in the creative power of your consciousness and your ability to attract miracles to your assumed state. This faith is not about believing that miracles will come someday in the future. It's about knowing that you are magnetic to miracles now, in this very moment, and that your outer world must inevitably conform to this new inner reality. As you cultivate this faith, as you persist in acting as if you are magnetic to miracles, you'll begin to see evidence of miracles manifesting in your outer world. These signs may start small, an unexpected solution to a problem, a chance encounter that leads to a wonderful opportunity, a sudden insight that changes everything. Do not discount these signs, no matter how small they may seem, for they are confirmation that your inner transformation, initiated by acting as if you are magnetic to miracles, is indeed shaping your outer reality. They are breadcrumbs leading you to the full realization of the miraculous life you are creating. As we near the conclusion of our discussion, I want to address a common concern that arises when people first encounter this teaching. Many worry that focusing on attracting miracles might somehow make them selfish or disconnected from others. But I assure you, my friends, the opposite is true. When you truly understand the principle of being magnetic to miracles, you realize that you are not separate from others. As you elevate your own consciousness through your assumed state, you are elevating the consciousness of all. Your personal miracles, far from disconnecting you from others, actually expand the field of possibilities for all. Moreover, when you are coming from a place of being magnetic to miracles, you naturally have more to give to others. You become a beacon of possibility, a living example of the power of consciousness to reshape reality. Your miracles create a ripple effect, touching the lives of everyone you encounter with your newfound energy, wonder, and joy. This is the true gift of acting as if you are magnetic to miracles. It's not just about improving your individual circumstances, although that will happen. It's about aligning yourself with the fundamental nature of the universe, which is boundless potential and perpetual creation. It's about recognizing your own divine nature and allowing it to express itself fully through you. In this state of alignment, of living from the state of being magnetic to miracles, you become a channel for the most beautiful expressions of life. Ideas flow to you effortlessly. Opportunities present themselves naturally. The right people and circumstances appear in your life at the perfect time. This is the magic of living from your transformed state of being. But remember, this magic is not something external to you. It's not some cosmic force that you need to appease or manipulate. It is the natural expression of your own consciousness when it's aligned with the truth of your being. You are the power. You are the magic. You are the one who has transformed yourself by acting as if you are magnetic to miracles. As we draw our time together to a close, I want to leave you with a final thought. The principle we've explored tonight, ACT as if you are magnetic to your miracles, is not just a technique for attracting good fortune. It's about recognizing your true nature as a divine, creative being. It's about aligning your entire being with the fundamental truth of who you are and allowing your grandest expression to flow through you. So, my dear friends, as you leave here tonight, I urge you to embrace this principle with all your heart. Don't see it as a technique to be applied occasionally, but as a way of life to be lived continuously. Use your mighty imagination to immerse yourself fully in the state of being magnetic to miracles. Feel the naturalness of being the miracle attracting being you truly are. Live from this state, persist in this knowing, and watch as your world rearranges itself to match your inner transformation, bringing forth a life filled with constant miracles and wonder.